it seems like transition seems to be a big theme in your life. And so you go from Army, how long were you in the Army exactly?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. So you go from that big time badass Army Ranger, and now you transition out. Same thing with us. We transitioned away from football, and it was a very difficult transition. How did you handle that transition? What was that like?
And how old were you during that transition?
So I was about 23 when I got out of the military, and I handled it terribly. Not
Same
in the
here.
sense of necessarily depressive. I just had a classic case of not knowing what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
And, I was going to be a career Army guy, I really was. And I kind of got influenced by the grass is greener on the other side thing, where all my friends that I went to high school with were out, in Los Angeles and partying and hanging out with girls. And I was just used to being deployed most of the time and flying around helicopters. And I didn't really appreciate what I was doing as much as I probably should have while I was in the military until I got out. And then when I got out, I went, oh my God, I absolutely hate this, because there was no purpose. I had no motivation to do anything. I was just existing. And it made me feel like before I joined the military that I was just hot air in a room. I wasn't doing anything, and I hated it. And I self-medicated with alcohol for a while. Finally, it was like, I need to go to college. And thank God, I have some really amazing friends from Ranger Battalion who got out, and pretty much Trey, I owe him my life, called me, my best friends, and just said, you're being a pussy. You need to go do something. And after that phone call, and I put that in my book, I quit my job. I moved out of Los Angeles, dumped my girlfriend, drove back to Santa Barbara, moved into my dad's bedroom that I grew up in. And I was like, this shitty little bedroom. I'm like, well, time to figure out my life. And I started completely from ground zero with like $40 in my bank account.
Wow.
And that was like 2010.
Based off of that one phone call?
One phone call.
Good.
I mean, he's one of my best friends.
That's
forever,
a great friend.
Yeah, he's a great friend.
Man. Yeah. No, that's, again, I hate to keep paralleling because this is not about us, but I went through a very similar struggle, because you have this goal, and we've talked about it before, but you have this goal for so long, and you think, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I am, and this is what I do. And then when it's gone and it's taken away from you, or you choose to leave, all of a sudden you're kind of stuck and you don't really know. So you mentioned a second ago that you believed that you were going to be career Army. What was the reason for the transition then?
It was, a couple emotional components as far as some leadership that I had in the military at the time. And I thought that, I don't know, that's too long of a story, but I got a little emotional about what I was doing. And then I had influences outside of the military that were like, you've done enough, dude. Just come on, get out. Come on, come time to have fun. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And really probably within 3 months, I went, oh my God, what did I do? And I literally called back. I was like, can I get back in the Army and go back to the unit? They're like, no. I'm like, damn it.